Next, we have Team 6, which is Team Marquette, IHE scheduled workflow on FHIR with CDS hooks. This team is coming up.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Elise Raschke, and I am our team's co-team leader and our lead full stack developer.
Hi everyone, my name is Davina Lateau. I am also another co-lead and a software developer.
Hi, my name is Paige Harrell, and I handle the social media.
Hi, I'm Tom O'Sullivan. I'm with Marquette and RSNA. I am the architect.
I'm Alex Giblin. I'm a biocomputing major, also with Marquette. I helped out with the backend development and also product design. Prior to this, being as though we were all biocomputing majors, most of us hadn't heard of FHIR or even DICOM. The first time I heard it, I asked where's the FHIR at? Before we get into anything, I'd just like to say thank you for your time. It's been a great experience being here. And we would like to then talk to you more about our goals for the project. Our goals. We want to prototype taking an IHE scheduled workflow and convert it to FHIR to increase communication between radiologists and clinicians, something that right now is currently not offered. We also want to learn about the radiology and clinical workflow process, to learn FHIR standards and DICOM, learn and prototype medical LLMs, large language models, and try to integrate CDS functionality to provide some sort of assistance in the diagnosis and actual course of treatment.
So to begin our user story, an older patient comes into the doctor's office complaining about an extreme headache. The patient presents altered mental status and general weakness. The clinician grows concerned and immediately does a service request resource for a head CT, and so then the patient enters the CT suite and receives a scan. The radiologist reviews imaging and verbally dictates the patient report. The study is then transcribed using NLP and processed for emergent encoding to be put into a structured encoding report for future analysis. All the information mentioned previously using our API framework is then integrated into HL7 FHIR.
And slightly separate from what Paige just mentioned, on the top right, it's a flowchart of our data flow, how the data from the model that it is funneled into CDS hooks and FHIR, which she previously mentioned, for UX and chat use. The bottom right is the flowchart of the overall process when implemented successfully, including connections to OpenAI and the external UX. This was provided by Microsoft, and we also use this following a tutorial online. And here on the left, you can see a little bit of our code, which is a little hefty, including our key configuration setup, our OpenAI connection, and our storage helper class, which leads to our current model version. Our current model conversion is kind of our version 2 of the model. We had an original model that I created using Form Recognizer on Azure. That model was successfully implemented. However, the accuracy percentages were quite low. So our new model hopefully will be better. And it will also integrate some of our other connections, including cognitive search and OpenAI connection, of course, and just general Power Apps. All of the code, like I said, minus the current state of the model, is debugged and executable. Next steps include bettering the model. And yeah.
Yeah, so as Davina mentioned, we use the CDS hooks export to be able to call CDS hooks and give the clinician a clinical decision support card so that they can make better decisions about the given case. And now we have the site demo of our Flask app. So we put this into Marquette University EHR. So talk to a radiologist would be an extension to a health EHR. So right now we have our patient's information pull up on the side, and we ask to order a report where we enter the name of the patient and SIIM. And then this calls to FHIR to get that patient information. And then we ask what kind of report to order, which is a CT head. And then we can add any additional comments to the report. So for ease of use, I want to add comments about Andy's family history because I want to look at a very specific part of his scan. And then we have an output. We have order received. We have his a CT head. We actually have the audio from the radiologist that the clinician can play back along with the transcription. And then we have a message stating, according to CDS Hook, what the risk score is and the condition. And then if you would like to view another patient, it will reset the screen and you can do someone else. While this all appeared at the same time, it could also be asynchronous with the radiologist as the scans come in.
So given the data that we have, which includes the clinician's EHR, the local FHIR data, open medical resource repositories, the patient's diagnostic report source, IHE sole event data, and all the queried medical data, as seen in the I Want to Do Imaging research project before us, a motivated team of young and ambitious individuals could develop a functional framework for a continuous learning model capable of ever-improving automated clinical support.
And a few continuations onto our project or our next steps in the roadmap. We would like to propose a profile from IHE to FHIR. We would also like to improve our accuracy and sensitivity of our models. And we are also looking into further access into patient records that may not be available within the system due to outpatient concerns or an outpatient procedure. Now, thank you for your time. And also we would like to now open it up for any questions.
Hi, this is Howard Chen. First, I would say that for a team that did not know about FHIR coming into SIIM, you have done an incredible job, and you now know more about FHIR than almost every doctor in this country. You've done a really good job here. I do have one question, and how in that interface for the end user, how real time or near time are you updating the model or the data on the back end? So in other words, if a patient were to just receive a new lab or new imaging just came out a scanner, how quickly would that be reflected on the interface?
Right now in our design component, we didn't think about that aspect. We would hope that it would be synchronous with the radiologist. So if the report comes in and the findings come in, it would, once that is sent back from the radiologist, in an ideal world, the radiologist would also have a chat feature where they could send things back to the clinician if they wanted to. And in that sense, it would be sent right away after the radiologist finally had the report done and the transcription ready.
Thank you.
Thank you for a great presentation. This is one of the most ambitious projects that I think I've seen in a hackathon in many years. And each one of those sections is a world in its own. It seemed to me like you had a proper project and project management kind of structure in your minds where you had a plan, you had structure. I wonder if you can tell me a little bit more about how you thought about that, because that's very important working as a team.
Well, it began, we were faced with this problem. It was brought to us. And then we decided to come up with a course of action. So we created a sequence and a timeline of events on what we thought we could and could not achieve to get this done. Once we laid out the framework for that, we had decided roles and leadership positions, which definitely helped within the process. But it also, we had a little bit of help here, obviously, from Tom. He has some experience here before. So him as, some sort of guidance definitely helped us come up with this and be able to actually achieve the amount of work and the level of quality that, we're proud of displaying to all of you in such a short amount of time with little known experience or even knowledge prior to this. Did that answer the question?
On Tuesday night, Tom had 9 user stories for us, and all of us said, how are we going to implement this in 2 days? But we definitely leaned on the SIIM community. Lots of people helped us go through FHIR, helped with Flask development, helped with the AI. So we're really grateful for everyone here at SIIM that helped with this project as well.
Also, just Alex Barrington is a huge part of the project with ACR. Terry Sippel-Schmidt, as always. Mark Finkelstein. Mohammed is a key player at the hackathon for every single team. We really appreciate everything he does. Les Folio, Ricky John, and man. But thank you to everyone who helped. None of anything that we do here could be done without you.
Great. Thank you so much. All right.